right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here for day 2 of LS Fest. See, we got Soccer Mom out and ready. Struggle a little bit with Soccer Mom, which you guys will see in this video. I left the cameras on Soccer Mom when we went to the hotel last night, so it's hard to edit a video when you're at the hotel and your cameras are at the racetrack. So we're gonna go back a little bit for the footage of Soccer Mom yesterday. First pass was great. Other 2 passes, not so much. But today we're gonna be running both of them, Soccer Mom and the Chevy 2. You guys saw the video where we ran with the Chevy 2 yesterday. It's doing really well. I did have a safety that we did have a safety that I got into yesterday with my coolant pressure sensor that I think was buzzing a little bit because it was hard mounted to the engine. I fixed that safety in the computer, and I'm also going to soft mount the sensor. But we're going to get to work, see if we can go faster than we did yesterday. set of fresh plugs in both cars. Just been a lot of driving around. Soccer Mom dropped a cylinder. Not sure why. It seems to be something we've been plagued with lately, and nothing has changed on Soccer Mom. And I'm wondering if it's the same issue that Mullet has. This one dropped a cylinder early, but then picked it back up and ran a new best mile an hour, but it was off ET wise because it was down a cylinder as soon as I let go of the trans brake button. But I'm doing a little thrashing. Found an issue possibly with maybe even a cracked spark plug on Soccer Mom. From the way our tool worked, it kind of side loaded the spark plug. You guys are putting that all back together. Here in the lanes. Hopefully we remember to turn all the cameras on so you guys get to ride along with both cars. Soccer Mom is up there ahead of me. We put some weight on the back of that just to try and help us out on a not so great track. But if the track is better than it was yesterday, it might just wheelie. Guess we'll see what happens. See how good Kimber is at doing a little wheelie driving. Well, we fixed our coolant pressure safety on this thing and got her tuned up. Actually, I left the power tune the same as the last run last night, which I thought should have been even faster. We will find out on this run if I was actually right. All right, everybody, pass number 2 on Saturday for both of us. I forgot to turn that on. And I really hate that. That I just wasted a run. Shoot. So if you guys couldn't hear me, I forgot to turn the boost switch on. Hopefully we get another chance to try again. Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, here we go. And then it started bucking me around. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, but you didn't let out of it, it let out itself, didn't it?
Yeah, it was some kind of something going on. Yeah, I even rolled back in it and it still did the same thing. And I'm like, what are you doing? I was just getting ready to grab the scramble too, and then it started doing it. I'm like, oh no.
I know, because when it left there, I was like, ooh. How close was you to Soccer Mom when it come out?
I don't. He spun it right at the hit and then just blasted by me and disappeared. Yeah, what is that? Wasn't timing. Wasn't fuel pressure. Oh, I did grab the scramble right as it did it, and then it never did it. It never came back.
You don't think the scramble had anything to do with it, do you?
Mm-hmm. No, because it started right before I grabbed the scramble, and you can see that. So this is target boost, and then that's where I grabbed the scramble right there.
And then let it go right there.
And then I let go of it, and I'm still wide open here, and I'm like, what are you doing, car? 3%. All right, everybody, we are back on Sunday of LS Fest. And as you saw, we had some struggles yesterday. And I think it was all brought on by a fuel change that I made. We had the car switching to alcohol when it was making boost. and saw that our fuel pressure was kind of going down instead of going up once we were trying to start turning the car up. Basically not having enough fuel pump. Alcohol has to move a lot of fuel, and I guess we just didn't have enough. So I decided to switch it to E90 like we run in Soccer Mom. Did my switches, and then we have been chasing it ever since. Saw a bunch of drama up there on the starting line. I think I got it fixed. I was hoping to make one pass this morning and get on the road, because we got 10 hours plus to get back home, and I got to go to work tomorrow. My boss wants me there at work to get some stuff done. That guy. But anyways, we're gonna go try to make a pass, hopefully go fast, and then hopefully go home. Well, let's hope this works. Kind of been feeling like I got my butt kicked last night. Not sure what that was, but we're gonna try it anyway. Thing is kicking my butt today. Well, not every day goes according to plan at the drag strip. Not every event goes to plan at the drag strip. But any day you can drive the car in the trailer under its own power, I consider a good thing. We unloaded, awesome, no problems, 2 good runs, progressively getting better. Changed fuels for the 3rd run, and that's where kind of our problem started. I missed some calculations on swapping the fuel. And also, it turns out, as we were adding more power, and I didn't catch it as early as I probably should have, as we were adding more power, we were losing crank signal. So that's what a lot of that bucking and carrying on, and the last run, it was, I ran into the crank signal loss so hard that it backfired real big, and nothing's hurt, but we've got to do something different. The engine in the Chevy 2 is a dart block, and I guess early on in their production, there's some that had issues with how far the crank sensor is placed from the reluctor wheel on the crankshaft. So we got to fix that, and the solution may be to just put an external crank sensor on it, like up on the front of the balancer. That'll be the easiest thing. That way it's easy to work on. So that's what I think we're gonna do. Get this thing back together, go racing, probably more locally, maybe do a track rental at Gainesville, go down to Bradenton, something like that. But all in all, pretty good experience at LS Fest. Saw lots of cool stuff. Lots of people we hadn't seen in a while that we're friends with just through Facebook. We appreciate everybody that came by and found us, bought some merch. For those of you that don't know, we have merch on winwithksr.com. That's gonna wrap this one up though. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.